This program is powered by thevirtual.show, making your offline events virtual. Ladies and gentlemen, the host of WEBIT Virtual, Dr. Plamen Rusev.
Hello and welcome, wonderful WEBIT community from all around the world. Always pleasure to meet you virtually, and even more pleasure and excitement that we'll meet very soon with some of you live in person during the WEBIT Global Impact Week, where together with amazing global powers and forces for good change, we shall be discussing the better future, resetting priorities, and building up the better desirable future for all of us. But as every Tuesday, today again, we shall meet you with phenomenal people who make difference, who make sure that they are great role models. And this time is a fantastic opportunity to meet you. I'm guessing, but most probably my guest will correct if I'm wrong, the only pirate in the world who became a mayor. Let me introduce him to you.
Zdeněk Hřib is a member of the Czech Pirate Party and was inaugurated as mayor of the Czech capital in November 2018. Born in a family of architects on the 21st of May 1981, he decided to go for a medical career, and after completing his studies at the medical faculty in Prague, he devoted himself to scientific research on the quality and efficiency of public services. He is the author of a number of articles in both domestic and foreign media. He is a member of several working groups on IT and quality of service at ministerial level, the World Health Organization and the European Union. He used to be a director of the Society of Applied Research, Education and Management in health and occasionally lectured students inside and outside the faculty.
I'm more than honored to introduce our special guest today, Mr. Zdeněk Hřib, the current mayor of Prague. Said in his own words, politics is about work, unity, and strategy, not about strong words and gestures. Well, I'm not going to do anymore. This was posted on Twitter on April 22 about the celebration of the Earth Day. Could you please share with our audience? Welcome, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
Thank you very much. I'm fine. Thank you very much for inviting me here today.
It is true honor and absolute pleasure to have you with us. I will wait for our team to tell me the numbers today, but I'm sure there will be a lot of people who will be watching live, and I'm sure there are a lot of things to hear from you, so we look forward to learn. That's why I start with the questions. Could you please share with our audience what have been the challenges of your administration, and on the other hand, the most significant achievements that you and your team have accomplished so far?
Yes, well, our city administration faced a lot of challenges. Obviously, we had to face the COVID crisis as any other municipal administration all around the world, and this was an unprecedented challenge, not only for us, for the city administration, but also to all the citizens. It had also a massive impact on the municipal budget, which leads us to a problem when we are trying to do something with the other challenges, but also it has a huge impact on the overall economy of the city, as Prague hugely relies on a tertiary sector like tourism, hospitality, and cultural events, and so on. And these were the segments that were damaged very much during the COVID-19 pandemic. So about other challenges, of course, there is the housing crisis in Prague. We have this problem, and the sad reality is that in the past 6 years, the prices of new flats have doubled. And improving of the housing situation in Prague is one of the main priorities of the current municipal coalition. And we have been undertaking several steps to boost affordable housing for the citizens. And regarding the achievements, well, we are very much into the climate challenge. We have approved just the climate plan in May on the city assembly, and there is a 69 measures, very specific measures that will be introduced into practice in the next years. But there is a lot of challenges in Prague, as they are in other metropolis around the world. For example, tackling the visual smog and cultivating the public space is one of my, I would say, favorite ones.
I hear you, and it feels so good to have more and more policymakers not only talking about climate, but actually taking actions. We feel absolutely honored at WEBIT for having our platform, the TBS virtual events, used by UN, used by COP26, for being the platform for Climate Dialogue 2020 and Global Festival of Action and SDG Action Zone and Climate Ambition Summit. So this is so much embedded into the WEBIT's NDA, and we are absolutely delighted hosting over 150 heads of state talking about it and taking actions. So I'm grateful for you for being focused and making this, because we need it from each and every metropolitan city. We need it from each and every person actually on that. All right. What's your strategy when it comes to achieving the mission to transform Prague into a significant European AI hub?
Well, first and foremost, the whole sector must unite. And that's why we support the activities of Prague AI, Prague.ai. It's a non-profit organization founded in 2019 by the Czech Technical University, Charles University in Prague, Czech Academy of Science, and us, the city of Prague. The initiative's mission is to build a platform for the Prague innovation AI ecosystem, an environment where researchers, companies, universities, public organizations, and really anyone interested in artificial intelligence can meet, discuss, share experience, or seek help. And only this spring, Prague AI launched the Czech version of Elements of AI, which is a free online course on artificial intelligence for the general public, and commenced the third year of Prague AI Minor, which is a unique inter-university program that allows students of the aforementioned universities to study the best AI-related subjects on both institutions. And it continually supports talent and business, strengthens the relationship between research and application, and promotes outstanding local researchers and innovations at home and abroad. And all these activities are extremely important. And if one won't work, the whole thing wouldn't work together. However, I believe we are only at the beginning, because there is a lot to be done in terms of helping Prague AI startups grow into global companies or supporting the excellent academic environment. So right now, people from all over the world are coming to Prague to study AI. Young Czech scientists are winning prestigious awards and internships abroad, and Prague companies provide services to global players from all segments. So slowly, all the pieces I've mentioned are coming together, and we must ensure to maintain the momentum.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. This is this is leadership that I believe very few cities in the world have currently, and so inspiring. Thank you. Well, that definitely qualifies Prague for one of the locations for WEBIT. It's back in 2018, we had 27 cities participating in the open call, starting from London, Paris, Tel Aviv, Brussels, Madrid, Vienna, participating in our open call for selecting homes of WEBIT. We've chosen Spain, but soon we're announcing our open new call. So hopefully we can support your growth of the ecosystem by bringing our global ecosystem to Prague and building up on that. Do you think that it's important to the citizens of Prague and the citizens to every European and modern capital? What is the real importance? What do the citizens really need? European and modern capital is like you know, a word, but where does your administration go to provide good quality of life, create desirable future for your citizens? What is the mission of your administration?
But I would say there are basically two types of issues that are important to the citizens of Prague, and I believe that this will be probably similar to also citizens of other European modern capitals. So first of all, there are, I would call that, a value-based issues. That is that people want a forward-thinking and data-driven city management. So they want to be the city management based on facts, and they also want an effective participation with the citizens. So the decisions are not made solely on the city hall, but they can participate on it. And also a transparency and open communication between political representation, the city administration, and the civil society or academic sphere, business sphere is also necessary. So, and regarding the values, of course, open, liberal, and tolerant values is very important, because these values will ensure the place in the city for all its diverse citizens. So these are value-based issues. And I think this is very much common for all the modern capitals in Europe, definitely. And there are also specific issues, which is specific for Prague, maybe for some of it, but I believe that I would also find them in other modern cities. That is that people want greenery in the streets. We do have this campaign, Million Trees for Prague, which means we are going to plant 1 million of new trees in Prague. And we also want to invest in the reconstruction of public spaces, and we have managed to secure substantial European funding for this topic. And of course, people want the common things like clean streets and clean public spaces. And as I have mentioned, affordable housing is a big topic here in Prague. And also one thing that is probably specific for Prague is the construction of circular roads around Prague. There is an inner and outer circular road that should be built in the next years. So that's a big topic. It should allow us to, for example, make and support more also the other means of transport in Prague.
Mr. Mayor, that's how many people are watching now? Can I ask the studio? While I'm waiting for the answer, I have my piece of my heart in Prague, because my second office outside of Bulgaria, first was in London, the second one was in Prague for my first technology company 25 years ago. So it was at that time, it was young and great and amazing talents and opportunities. Now listening to you, I want to come back to Prague and see that beautiful city being built out of your dreams and administration. We have to stop now for a very short, brief break, but we will be back after it. So please stay with us. We'll continue with the Mayor of Prague as part of the AI architectures of WEBIT, discussing the future of the cities in Europe and particularly Prague.
The Virtual Show, the only one-stop shop event virtualization platform, bringing together hundreds of thousands of people by virtualizing human interactions. Fully customizable lobbies, conference halls, exhibitions, networking lounges with one-to-one, one-to-many meetings, group workshops, resources, help desks, and so much more, such as unparalleled content production like no other in the world. The Virtual Show. Transform your virtual experience today.
This program is powered by thevirtual.show, making your offline events virtual.
Welcome back. Well, we had a small technical challenge, which hopefully is overcome. And here we are again live. This shows how live we are. We cannot get liver than that. I suppose that I'm in discussion with the Mayor of Prague, who has been sharing with our global community really exciting initiatives about where the city is heading and deep dive into what the citizens are currently stating they want and what they're going to get from this administration. I suppose it in your own words concerning European Green Agreement on Agriculture, Art, Public Space, Science and Technology. Prague is also taking ambitious steps towards a sustainable future. It is necessary to invite the whole society. This is what you've written on April 23rd in Twitter. What are the actions and steps that you are taking towards a sustainable future and to improve infrastructure, equality, diversity, resilience, education, and digital skills?
Well, we are all facing the harsh reality in which an urgent action is necessary in order to mitigate climate change. However, this also provides a significant opportunity. We should choose a proactive and ambitious approach. While improving our environment, we can then become pioneers in the transformation towards the green economy and more sophisticated ways of living. So we strongly support the European Green Deal, the strategy which places the green agenda at the forefront of the European Union political project. Unfortunately, the national government of Czech Republic is not that committed to ambitious climate policy, and due to that, the Czech Republic actually belongs to the more skeptical countries within the EU. However, Prague, the city of Prague, has decided to become a leader in the ambitious climate policy. So in 2019, Prague adopted the climate pledge to reduce CO2 emissions by at least 45% by 2030 compared to 2010, and to reach carbon neutrality by 2050. And we have established a multidisciplinary commission for climate change, which has prepared a comprehensive climate plan for Prague, as I have mentioned before, a strategic policy material with 69 specific measures which will help to fulfill the climate pledge. And the climate plan for Prague has been approved by the city assembly in May. So we have established also a position of the energy manager in charge of improving sustainability of municipal buildings, and we are planning on establishing a post of a manager for blue and green infrastructure. And apart from this, I'm very much aware that it's absolutely vital to invite the citizens into the debate on the climate change and to enable them to participate on the agenda. Because surveys have been consistently showing that the public hugely cares about the environment and fears climate changes. And there is still danger of the agenda being too abstract, and it also involves some steps which are not very popular.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. That's really an achievement worth of being shared globally and given an example to many others to follow. So all the pledges by governments, and in this case by the city, for the sake of improving the climate and keeping our planet safe for us, the humans, is crucial. So thank you again, and definitely as part of our commitments, we run the world's biggest startup challenge. Over 4,500 startups applying. We work with a number of global organizations to support, and definitely we'll be happy to discuss that particular area, how all these startups dealing with sustainability, dealing with resilience, building resilience, could be part of the infrastructure of each and every city, and obviously, of course, city of Prague. But you're also in charge of the IT. Could you please share about the importance of the digitization in general for the future from your point of view?
Yes, sure. The aim of digitalization processes and again agendas in the environment of the capital city of Prague is primarily to facilitate public access to public offices, especially in terms of saving time, and there should also be greater efficiency in the functioning of the public offices. So the goal is a modern, friendly, and efficient public office for all, which will mean the end of long queues in the offices, electronic communication between the citizen and the public administration, and restrictions on the constant filling in of so many official forms. And we simply want to have an interconnected public administration database. So one of the main benefits of the digitalization is improving the clarity of agendas, the transparency, and predictability. So it should also reduce the discrimination possible in this area. So we have many running projects in Prague in the field of digitalization. First of all, there is a Prague portal, the portal of the Prague citizen. It's the basic tool for electronic communication and handling of the agendas between the citizen and Prague, and also not just the citizen, it's also, for example, companies and Prague or NGOs and Prague and so on, because it's there are many subjects that have to solve their things with the city administration. There is also the City Visor. It's a digital overview of the municipal management of the city budgeting, and also includes the budgets of the city districts. We also have open data platform, which is called Golemio, which is open source. So anyone basically could download it and use it in their cities, and it's simply free of charge. And this is an offer from the Prague to the world. And besides of this open data platform Golemio, we also have a sort of marketing website attached to this Golemio platform, which is called Pragozor. It's a place where there are simplified data stories. It's a simply website full of facts about our city based on the data-driven management. So about the digitalization, maybe I would mention also one more project that is zmieňte.to. It means change.it. It's a mobile application where people could give us a feedback about what they would like to change in the city. And personally, I'm looking at the stats of this application. So I'm checking if the requests from the citizens are being managed in a timely manner.
You sound like a startup founder, Mr. Mayor. That's how it feels. You're running the city, with the only difference, it's not a startup. It's a big, old, fantastic city. Now, since time is absolutely running up, and I'm very conscious about how precious is it for you, I have one last question. It's we always ask it to each and every participant on WEBIT Virtual, and It's a very simple one. What is your vision for the coming decades? In general, what are your predictions on national, European, and global scale? So no pressure. Please go ahead.
Well, I really wish for the strengthening of the importance of human rights and social responsibility to decrease the social inequalities that we see on all levels, on the municipal level, on the national and international level. So, of course, we would like to build in Prague the so-called city of short distances. It's also sometimes called a 15-minute city. And this is a thing that will probably dominate the urban agenda in the big cities for the next years. We want, and I believe it's also one of the biggest topic for the future, the effective digitalization, which will decrease bureaucracy and enable the effective communication between the citizens and the administration. And of course, the sustainable development of the cities, which means that we have to be aware of both the urban development and the nature and the ecological topics on the other side. So I believe this is the things that should be achievable inside the strong and united European Union.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking time to be with us here at WEBIT Virtual, and absolutely delighted to have your vision shared with the thousands of people who are with us today. Definitely, we look forward to welcome you back to WEBIT, hopefully sooner than later, during our December Global Impact Week from 14th to 18th of December. There'll be a number of hybrid locations around the world, so we'll be delighted to have you with us. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and have a nice day.
Thank you. We are again back with you, dear wonderful WEBIT community from all around the world, next Tuesday, hosting another wonderful guest and hopefully inspirational and showing leadership like leadership you've just seen from the Mayor of Prague. I'm personally convinced that in his case, the Pirates Party is my party. So look forward to see other parties committed to that type of change and supporting technological advancement through the perspective of value for us, the humans. Thank you all for being with us for this, I lost count, which number of WEBIT virtual events, and look forward to our next meeting next Tuesday. Thank you all.
This program is powered by the Virtual.show, making your offline events virtual.